All right, welcome to the Packer Franchise Podcast. How are you guys doing today? And before I start, talking about why I believe these championship games were the best and the worst in NFL history. Um, First off, what an amazing day in football. It's an incredible day, and both games went to overtime. You got the top four scoring offenses in NFL history. Well, I won't say NFL history, but the season. And you got legends and upcoming rising stars. Tom Brady, Drew Brees, Patrick Mahomes, and Jared Goff. And you also got the four best coaches in the league today, and Bill Belichick, Sean Payton, Andy Reid, and Sean McVay. I want to first start off with the Rams-Saints game, which, first off, what a game that was, and what a crazy ending. Before I get to the call, I just want to say about the Rams, and also the Patriots too, give credit to the teams that are in the Super Bowl. I know people were saying they're undeserved and all that stuff, but give credit to the Patriots and the Rams. They got the pieces. They got what to do. They need what they need to do. And I understand a controversial call can send both of them to Super Bowl, but give them credit. They won the games, and they assembled a great team to go to Super Bowl. So saying undeserving is a little bit crazy, if you ask me, to say that both these teams aren't deserving. But anyways, let's go back to the main topic. I'm gonna start off, like I said, with Rams Saints game. Saints led 13-0, and I immediately thought it was gonna be another blowout. But Sean McVay and the Los Angeles Rams decided, hey, on a fourth down in their own territory, the Rams decided to fake punt. And I thought to myself, that was crazy, but he had a smart play. Johnny Hecker threw the ball to Sam Shields, and he got the first down. The former Packer, by the way, but it's just, and I understand, I first thought, it's too early in the game to be calling these risky plays. Sean McVay, he knows when it's time to say, hey, we need to get a big, big momentum here. We need something to happen. And Sean McVay is good at that. He understands where he's at in the game, and he knows, hey, we need a crucial play. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, and that can honestly get the fans mad or happy. To me, I feel like anybody else would punt it because it was too early. But Sean McVay's if we punt this and the Saints score a touchdown, it's a 20-0 game. The fact that he scored points on that drive, it was just incredible. And that got the Rams back in the game. Let's have the fourth quarter, though. That's where all the drama happened. Just about 2 minutes to play after a sweet pass from Drew Brees to Ted Ginn. I couldn't believe the catch. It was incredible. Um, it was Drew Brees floating it top right to Tommy Lee Lewis. It was a key third down, and Nickel Robbie Coleman just decided to not look for the ball and go for him. And many people were saying it's a pass interference call, which it definitely should have been a pass interference call. Even the announcers, Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, and Mike Pereira, they were saying, how's that not a call? If the Saints would have got that call, because Rams only had one timeout, the Saints would have went to the Super Bowl. I guarantee you Will Lutz was not missing a field goal or even a go-ahead Mark Ingram touchdown, but the Saints would have probably nailed the ball, let's take them to Super Bowl, and it's just like that. NFL didn't say anything, today, but they are saying they're going to probably try to change the rules and have coaches be able to challenge pass interference plays, which I think is good and bad for the league. Because it's good because there probably won't be as much controversy now, but it's bad because people don't want a football game to last like 5 hours and last 5 minutes. There's gonna be like 10 pass interference calls in the last 5 minutes. But anyways, enough of that. That'll be another thing. I'll get to the bad side of the championship games later on. But yeah, let's kick the field goal. Rams drove down the field. Greg Zuerlein kicked the field goal. Good. But here's the thing. I understand that call cost New Orleans Super Bowl berth. But you mean to tell me, but that call did not really cost you the game. After the call, you took the lead, and the LA Rams drove down the field, kicked the field goal to send it to overtime. The Saints won the coin toss and received the ball. An offense that's been explosive all season long, and in my opinion, the best offense Drew Brees has been on in a long, long time. And they couldn't score a field goal or touchdown. I can get it. I get it if it was like the last play. But you had multiple opportunities to end that game against the Rams. Now, like I said, I'm not saying that the call doesn't matter. The call matters. I'm just saying the Saints had many opportunities to score more points, and they also had a ball in overtime, and they had a defense that could stop the LA Rams from scoring. And Todd Gurley and the Rams only played Todd Gurley 4 times that entire game. But like I said, overall great game. Overall outstanding game. Like I said, I know I said that twice, but great NFC Championship game. Overall, Greg Zuerlein nailed a 57-yard field goal to send Rams Super Bowl for the first time since Super Bowl 36. And now it's on to the AFC Championship game recap, where we got Tom Brady, who's, in my opinion, is probably not probably, he's the greatest player to ever do it, against the young future Hall of Fame quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. And I know it can be early to say Patrick Mahomes is in the Hall of Fame, but if you watch Patrick Mahomes play football, it's incredible. It's amazing what this kid can do. He reminds me a lot of Aaron Rodgers in a typical way. Got the arm, got the mobility. He just can do it all. But let's talk about this Patriots Chiefs AFC Championship game real quick. First off, it started kind of like I expected. New England quieting down the crowd, up 14-0. And before we get further on in this game, everyone hates the Patriots. And I totally understand that. Everyone hates the Patriots. They hate the Patriots because they keep on winning. Now, second half begins. Pat Mahomes, 52-yard bomb to Watkins, I believe it was, or something like that, and then an easy touchdown to Travis Kelce to put them back in the game. And then we keep on progressing through the game, 17-14. And then Tom Brady threw a costly interception. Now, the last 6 minutes of the game was probably the longest 6 minutes I've ever waited for an AFC Championship game. All started with a Julian Edelman, punt touch. Did the ball ever touch him? No. Everybody knew that ball did not touch him. Yeah, the ball did not touch him. I don't know what people were talking about, and that didn't even matter anyway because Tom Brady threw an interception, which oddly enough came through the hands of Julian Edelman. I thought that was kind of ironic. It's like, huh. But then that happens, and the Chiefs scored go-ahead touchdown, 21-17. Tom Brady scored a touchdown, 24-21. Then, great play calling by Andy Reid in the last couple drives. Then the Chiefs scored a touchdown, 28-24. And Tom Brady, and this was, I know I said Andy Reid makes good play calls, but Andy Reid needs to look at the clock. I understand they were in a tough spot, like to waste more time, but it felt like they could have wasted a little more because Tom Brady had 2 minutes and 3 timeouts. I don't care what defense you're playing for. I don't think anyone wants to face Tom Brady in under 2 minutes or stopping Tom Brady. Tom Brady, go ahead, touchdown, 31-28. And everyone thought the game was over, and I told people, listen, this Patrick Mahomes kid, I believe he can go down the field and tie the game. And that's what he did. Great throw and catch. I forget who made the catch. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want people saying, like, oh, that's the wrong player. But he made a great catch. And I couldn't believe it. And then the Chiefs tie the game with a field goal. And at this point in the game, I thought whoever wins the coin toss is going to win this game. And when the Patriots won the coin toss, I said game over. It's game over. It is game over for the Chiefs. Patriots are moving on. And that's what Tom Brady did. And the Chiefs had multiple opportunities to stop on third down. Brady, Gronk, Brady, Edelman, Brady, Edelman. And the Chiefs defense could not cover the middle. Tom Brady went to Julian Edelman twice on third downs. The same kind of play. But they couldn't cover him. Yeah, I thought that was crazy, to be honest. And that results in the New England Patriots' 9th or 11th Super Bowl appearance. Tom Brady's 9th Super Bowl appearance in order to take on the LA Rams. But overall, from this podcast, this year's championship games were the best in NFL history because it featured the first ever 2 games that went to overtime on the same day. It's not just one game or the other that went to overtime. It was both games went to OT. Both games had a good bit of scoring. Both games had, like I said, story type venues, same story types. Future Hall of Famer, legendary quarterback against a young, talented, next big star QB, Drew Brees and Jared Goff, Patrick Mahomes against Tom Brady. Just the storylines were incredible, those games. And last but not least, a lot of crazy plays. Ted Gann's catch, Patrick Mahomes 52-yard bomb to Sammy Watkins, the Julian Edelman play, the controversy play, Greg Zuerlein nailing a 57-yard field goal. Tons of great plays in big games. And that's what makes football in the NFL exciting. Now let's go on to what the worst. It's the worst in NFL history because the officials. And also the overtime rules. Nobody likes when a game is relied on an official and a coin toss. The Rams-Saints game, it was going good until that play. If they would have called the flag, everyone would have been fine. I felt like it would have been kind of the same outcome, maybe, or at least Saints win by a hair. It was just blasphemous from what I saw from the officials, and a lot of bad calls too. Rough. I didn't mention the past Chief game because I felt like it didn't really matter if you think about it. But the roughing the passer call, yeah, you slap a guy on the shoulder pad. Okay, come on, that's not roughing the passer. The Chris Hogan drop, that can be debatable. I thought he dropped that, in my opinion. And I'm just going to throw it out there because people complain about it, which I think they're wrong. But the Julian Edelman punt touch. And also the helmet-to-helmet hits that Patrick Mahomes was not getting, which is very controversial. And, just some other calls in the Rams-Saints game, like Jared Goff face mask. Brandon Cook's face mask, or someone got face mask again. But the Rams, Saints, Patriots, Chiefs championship games. Oh yeah, those were the reasons why they were the worst ones in NFL history. Poorly officiated. Poorly officiated, to be honest. Good games, don't get me wrong, but poorly officiated, and also the fact that fans wanted a Chiefs Rams, or Chiefs Saints, to be honest, too. Saints, Chiefs Rams Super Bowl. And the officials kind of ruined those games. And let's get on with the overtime rules. Me personally, ever since like the whole Green Bay Seattle game, I hate overtime rules. I mean, Aaron Rodgers drove the team down the field and sent it overtime. I don't think it's fair that a team that gets a touchdown first wins the game. I think they should go to college rules. Team score a touchdown, other team gets a chance. If they don't score, then bam, other team wins. Some people want to do a full like extra quarter, which I don't think that's good for the league because then everyone's gonna be thinking like, oh, you know, I just don't think it'd be good. I think they should do college rules. You score a touchdown, you get an opportunity to win. You don't, they win. Pat Mahomes led a team down the field, tied overtime, didn't get the ball back, loses the game. How fair is that? And I know people are gonna be saying like, well, the defense needs to step up. True, but listen, it's a team. It's like you just gotta give these players a chance because sports media. I hate sports media nowadays. They bash on players that don't get the ball in overtime. I'm pretty sure Patrick Mahomes. Well, he probably won't get bashed because he's new. But I remember Aaron Rodgers and Drew Brees getting bashed. Now Drew Brees got the ball in overtime and threw a pick, which I still think, why would Drew Brees throw that? I know he was pressured. I know he was pressured, but why would you throw it up like that? Like try to throw it out of bounds, and probably would have been intentional grounding. But honestly, it he could have find a way to find a better receiver or better position. But Aaron Rodgers and Matt Ryan, they all got blamed for their overtime loss. And it's like, well, they didn't get the ball in overtime. Matt Ryan was killing the Patriots in the Super Bowl. He was killing the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Terrible play calling, OT rules. Terrible play calling after the Julio Jones catch. And play calling was the reason why they lost the Super Bowl. And now, like I said, I'm not taking anything away from Tom Brady and Patriots or the Rams. They did their job. Honestly deserving. They're going to Super Bowl. but I feel like the league needs to be better and change the rules. And they got to change a couple rules. This season, in my opinion, was the worst officiating season ever. But that's probably going to be it for me for the podcast. I just want to give my opinions on the NFC and NFC championship games. Great games overall. Probably won't see another championship Sunday like this in a long, long time. But I hope we don't have to see like the officiating in the championship games, which who calls it? It's just dumb. But alrighty, guys, that's it for me. Podcast will resume. They'll resume tomorrow and stuff. I'm sorry I've been lacking podcast recently. It's been kind of hard with me working. I go back to college next week, so I get a more balanced schedule. I'll try to record one every day. So, all right, thank you for tuning in to Packer Franchise Podcast. I'm gonna start doing this now. I'm gonna start doing special shout outs, which I'll pick a Packer page or any other page for a shout out. The first one will go to everything.packers. He's the first one because, well, one, you know, he was, we're good friends and we have one each other's backs. And he's definitely a very, 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 very underrated Packer page, and I feel like he deserves more than what he has. So go follow everything.packers on Instagram. I don't know if he has Twitter, but go follow him. I'll be starting doing that. Just appreciation and all that. And I'll try to do a live stream soon, or maybe once we hit 100 subscribers, I'll try to do a live stream. So, alrighty, guys, take care. Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast today. I know it's a long one, and I know people are probably not going to enjoy like my opinions, but that's okay, because you have your opinion, I have my opinion, and it's fine. Alrighty, guys, take care. I'll see you guys in the next podcast. Later.